The recurrent uprisings in East and Central Africa continue to displace thousands of people every day. Most notably is the 2013 South Sudan civil war that has forced more than 500,000 people fleeing to Uganda and neighboring countries. Uganda's open-door policy towards refugees has seen it resettle more than 1.5 million of them across 31 settlements in 12 districts. However, resettlement comes with fresh demands, including improving livelihoods through provision of basic needs and services within the settlements. Omugo Settlement in Terogo district opened in 2017 and is now host to some 41,000 refugees from South Sudan, the number of which is constantly growing. Since its opening, World Vision has played an integral part towards supporting Government of Uganda efforts in providing humanitarian assistance, including overseeing the overall functioning of the reception center, providing basic household items in partnership with UNHCR, as well as providing comprehensive child protection interventions like case management for unaccompanied children as well as those at risk. In 2019, World Vision, with funding from Ministry of Foreign Affairs Finland, implemented a 3-year project with the aim of improving access to water, sanitation and hygiene services and livelihoods opportunities for 40,000 persons and children with disabilities and their families in Omugo sub-county by March 2022.
Which has been extended to a distance of about 5 kilometers, supporting both refugees and host communities. The population is about 30,000 persons who have benefited from this. People with disability find it difficult to move long distances in search of water and maybe energy like firewood for cooking. So the project has been able to bring water very close to them, and it has reduced discrimination against persons who have disability.
Beatrice Seka has been living in Omugo Settlement since 2019. At 13 years now, she takes the duty upon herself to help her mother with simple domestic chores like fetching water. But her efforts before World Vision's intervention were greatly hindered by the distance from the water sources.
There is a truck that used to bring water here, though it was more than 10 kilometers from where we live. It was hard for me to go there because of my condition. I used to get worried before Beatrice got a wheelchair because I had to leave her at home alone to look for water.
The other alternative at the time was River Enyao, which is heavily contaminated due to poor usage. The water source is shared by animals, humans, and a section of it is a road. This endangers the users from potential toxins, including lead.
We would boil the water, but when the children went there, they would drink the water and get diseases like typhoid.
Our children even goes late to school because you have to come very early in the morning and get water from the river. Then when they reach home late, and they always reach to school late, and the same thing, they face difficulties in facing water. Some of us even lose their lives. The river carry, some of them died.
The projected targeted outcomes, including increased inclusive access to sustainable, safe drinking water supply, sustainable sanitation facilities, and reduced discrimination and stigmatization of people living with disabilities, have been achieved.
We've already surpassed our goal. We've so far reached 44,000 people, including 4,600 persons with disability and their families. So we've achieved, each outcome has achieved its goal. We've already constructed 2 pipe water systems in the settlement and in the host. Each system is supplying water to more than 14,000 people, bringing water closer to homes of persons with disability. We've also constructed latrines for households and also institutions like schools, which is also contributing to the second outcome of increased access to sustainable sanitation facilities, and we've done a lot of sensitization in response to reduction of stigma and discrimination among people with disability. The lives of people with disability has also improved.
At such a period where it is dry, you will really see that the congestion at the water point will be so much. So this project has come to really solve all this. And this project has covered 8 villages in Bura out of 13. And all these 8 villages did not have any clean source of water. So World Vision came and they have ensured that all these 8 villages have got all public standpipe in all these villages. Like where we are, this is a village called Lulurua. It has 4 public stand pipes. One is down there, another one is up here, then 2 are on that side, which means the whole village is covered. And all these 8 villages, they have a number of public stand pipes. The greatest is Oyatiku, which has 5, depending on the population of that village. So people who used to take dirty water from nearby sources, this time it's no more. And it has now helped in reducing so many diseases that people used to get from that water, like dysentery, diarrhea, typhoid, you can mention so many.
There have been some projects on livelihoods that have enabled refugees and host communities to produce vegetables for the market and for also their own consumption. They have been trained to make energy-saving devices. They can conserve the little firewood they have to cook meals for a longer period of time.
I really appreciate World Vision for this good project that they have brought to the community.
Additionally, the project supported 8,000 family members of people living with disabilities purposely to strengthen food security.
Supported them they have started businesses, they have improved their food security. We've given them seeds, goats, to continue to be able to support the families. We've also provided them with assistive devices, for example wheelchairs and clutches, to enable them move and be able to access services, for example food, and also continue with their education, those who couldn't reach schools.
It also extended to the entire sub-county, offering support to institutions like schools in the host community.
The project has been able to extend water to one of the primary schools in that location. Children and the communities around there don't have to go in search of water.
This project helped us to improve on enrollment of the school. Before its inception, the enrollment was low. Then after the project was intervened in the school, the enrollment was high from 900 to 1,034. That was a very big achievement which World Vision has brought for this school. It also brought us hygiene in our Islamic faith. It promotes the hygienic practices of Islam in this school, since this is the only Islamic founded school in the whole of Tergo district.
Siweza Hidaya studies at Hirai Islamic Primary School. The team from World Vision helped their sanitation and hygiene club learn how to make liquid soap. She says they hope to get some money once they start selling.
We have been doing it for 2 months. We normally use it for washing clothes. Sometimes we use it for washing toilets. At the same time, we use it to mix water in those washing facilities for washing hands.
We have ensured that we've built sufficient skills, knowledge within the community. We have other structures like the village health teams that pass on messages on sanitation, on hygiene, and these are structures that are within the communities and will continue to offer this service even when we are not there.
The refugees have been equipped with various capacity skills like climate-smart agriculture, business skills, saving for transformation, financial literacy, and marketing, among others.
For instance, we have offered skills for persons with disability. Somebody has a skill to make shoes, to farm, to make jewelry, beads. So this is something that even without us, they already know where to get the materials, they already know how to market them, so they will continue with these kind of things even long after the project has left.
These skills are needed so much when they go back to their countries during repatriation, but as of now, such refugees can go out and work.
Knowledge World Vision skills.
World Vision started with equipping us with life skills to ensure our independence and survival in the long run. It's from this that we started this tomato farm, and our 25-member business is now worth 20 million shillings or more.
Leaders from Terego District Local Government are particularly elated by the extension of water and other services like schools, which has helped end the rift between refugees and the host communities.
We collaborate very well with them. They're helping us to do things that we cannot really manage to do at the moment.
The water scheme has helped to reduce cases of gender-based violence, because sometimes you find the women going to fetch and they stay abnormally long. Sometimes they stay the whole day. You find lands coming out lately. Sometimes you find they go at night. This brings violences in a home.
Given the achievements so far, World Vision is confident that both communities are now able to sustain the projects.
Sustainability can be achieved by, first of all, sensitizing refugees that this clean and safe water you are receiving will not be there free of charge forever. And then we have to change their mindset that you need to contribute to the cost of maintenance and running of these facilities.
Some of the interventions we've done, while they are going to address the short-term needs within this community, say access to water, they are also there to serve a community for over 20 years. For instance, we've already done 2 hybrid piped water systems. One is within the refugee settlement and one is within the host community. So these ones will be, we talk about hybrid because they are using both diesel fuel and the solar, meaning that they are also looking into durability. How long can they be here to serve? And we already now going to have access to water. As we speak now, people are accessing water. And 20 years down the line, if they are going to maintain it as they've been trained to, it is going to still be serving them. Therefore, addressing this issue for the short term and the long term.
World Vision Uganda has been a beneficiary of 6 cross-year funding cycles from the Unit of ReHoPE Humanitarian Assistance and Policy, Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Finland, through World Vision Finland, each for 1 year long, specifically focusing on disability inclusive WASH among refugees and host communities. The support has been channeled to Uganda through World Vision Finland.